Have you ever wanted to leave a lasting impression on someone? Have them remember you even when you're not around? How do you make someone not just think about you, but actually ask for your attention? Imagine his mind is a whirlwind of ideas, each one dragging him back to you. It's like your name is a magnet, constantly drawing his thoughts to you. Every little memory, every little detail makes him long for your company with an overwhelming intensity. He tries to focus on something else, but his thoughts keep coming back to you. It's like his mind has only one channel, always tuned to your frequency. Every memory of you is a signal that distracts him, making it impossible for him to escape that longing. Time drags slowly, each passing second an eternity, until your voice rings on the other end of the phone. The wait is a mix of impatience and longing, an insatiable yearning to reconnect with you. Intense, right? But what if I told you that this is possible? Not just a fantasy, it's something you can absolutely achieve. Stoic philosophy, with its centuries of wisdom, offers us powerful tools to achieve this. In this video, we will explore 10 Stoic skills that will allow you to master the art of making others think about you non-stop. Today, we dive deep into a compelling skill, mastering the art of strategic retreat. Mastering the art of strategic retreat involves understanding the power of absence. By strategically retreating, we create a vacuum that highlights our importance and value. It's like an eclipse. When the moon comes between the earth and the sun, we appreciate more the light that the sun gives us. Similarly, by temporarily stepping away, we allow others to recognize all that we bring to a situation. And this is where Stoicism comes into play, a philosophy so powerful that it teaches us to live in such an authentic and profound way that our absence becomes a persistent presence. By cultivating a genuine appreciation for who we are and what we have, we leave an indelible mark, even when we are not physically present. Our essence, strengthened by Stoic principles, resonates in the hearts of those around us. They think of you constantly, not only because of the absence they feel, but because of the magnetic force you exert on them. Your value is like a magnet that draws them in, reminding them of all that you bring to their lives. Strategic retreat is an essential skill that involves knowing when the time is right to take a step back. Just like a chess player sacrificing a piece to win the game, sometimes it is necessary to withdraw from a situation to gain a long-term advantage. Not only does this tactic allow us to preserve our energy, it also increases our influence by creating a sense of scarcity. Do you want to know how to become truly memorable? Join me and discover the deep secrets that Stoicism holds for you. Through these teachings, you will learn to develop a magnetic presence that attracts and inspires others. Prepare for a journey of self-discovery that will lead you to a more authentic and powerful version of yourself. As Seneca said, "To make them miss you, you must give them the gift of your absence." Now think about that for a moment. What does it really mean to give someone the gift of your absence? Imagine the impact of taking a step back just enough to feel your absence, to feel the emptiness where your presence used to be. It is in that space, that silence, where your value is amplified and they begin to realize how much they miss you. Your influence has left an indelible mark on their daily lives. Your ideas have permeated their thoughts, your actions have marked their days, and your emotions have resonated in theirs. Now, more than ever, they feel a deep longing for your unique energy, the one that inspires them and fills them with life. Make your presence undeniable even when you're not there. Let's take a moment to think about something interesting. More than just a show of strength, this is a statement of intent. You've decided to become someone unforgettable, and now is the time to prove it. You're not just stepping up. You're pushing boundaries and leaving a mark so deep that your departure will be impossible to ignore. Have you ever wondered why some people can't seem to stop thinking about someone, even when that person is not around? It's not about what keeps you on their mind, constantly resurfacing in their thoughts, remembering conversations and moments over and over again. It is not magic or coincidence. Behind this ability to be unforgettable, there is a set of techniques and strategies that can be learned and applied. Instead of asking yourself what makes you so memorable, focus on how you can become someone who resonates in the thoughts of others, leaving a lasting impression on their memories. It's not just luck or coincidence, It's a carefully cultivated set of skills and principles that make them unforgettable. And here's the secret. You can learn to harness these same skills to make someone think about you non-stop. You see, the mind is a powerful thing, as Marcus Aurelius said. You have power over your mind, not over external events. When someone leaves an impression that is deep, meaningful, and a little mysterious, our brains can't help but keep coming back to it, trying to decode and understand it. Which is why strategic retreat, knowing when to step back and create space, can be so effective. It's like planting a seed in someone's mind, which grows in your absence, takes root and blossoms until it becomes a constant presence in their thoughts. But it's not just about stepping back and waiting. It's about how you occupy their thoughts even when you're not there. It's about leaving behind subtle signs, unforgettable moments, and emotional imprints that linger long after you've left. Imagine being able to have interactions that are so impactful and so full of meaning that they stay with someone, resonating in their mind at unexpected moments. That's the power of mastering these skills rooted in Stoic philosophy, to understand human psychology and know how to navigate the complex dynamics of relationships. So as we dive into these 10 skills today, consider this question. What are you doing to make yourself unforgettable? Because it's not just about being present in your life, it's about being present in your thoughts in a way that feels natural yet irresistible. By the end of this video, you'll have the tools to make sure that when you're not around, they'll be thinking about you more than ever, wondering what you're doing, what you're thinking, and when they'll see you again. Let's get started on this journey to make you unforgettable, not just in the moment, but in their minds long after you're gone. Verse 1. Self-control. Self-control is the first step towards self-knowledge. When you master your impulses and emotions, you become the architect of your own life. It's like being the conductor of an internal orchestra, directing your thoughts and actions toward your goals. Like a Jedi master, you cultivate an inner strength that allows you to navigate life's storms with serenity. This ability to stay calm under pressure not only sets you apart from others, but also gives you unwavering confidence. When you have self-control, you are not just reacting to the world, you are shaping it. And believe me, nothing makes people think more highly of you than when you are a person who remains calm, composed, and in control no matter what is going on around you. As Seneca said, you have power over your anger if you choose to control it. This Stoic wisdom is the essence of self-control. Imagine you are in a heated argument. Emotions are flying all over the place and the other person is waiting for you to lose your cool. But instead of reacting, you take a deep breath, stay calm, and respond sensibly. That's the kind of thing that sticks in their minds because it's unexpected and it's powerful. You've shown them that you're not just another person caught in the storm, you're the eye of the storm, calm and unwavering. Let's face it, people are naturally drawn to those who can keep their cool. When was the last time you were shocked when someone lost their temper or got out of control? Probably never. But the person who remains calm, who does not allow external chaos to disturb his inner peace, that is the person you remember. That is the person who makes you feel happy. How do they do that? And how can we do exactly the same thing as them? Picture this scenario. You're in a work meeting and things are getting tense. Deadlines are looming and everyone is nervous. But there you are, sitting quietly, offering solutions and not letting the stress get to you. Your peers notice and start thinking about how you manage to keep your composure. And suddenly you're no longer just another face in the crowd. You are the person they think of when they need advice or when they are facing their own challenges. That's the power of self-control. It makes you memorable, it makes you influential, and most importantly, it makes them think of you long after the moment has passed. Have you ever tried to keep your cool when your favorite sports team is losing? Yes, we think so too. This is a real test of self-control. But in all aspects of life, whether it's managing stress at work, handling conflict in relationships, or even being patient in traffic, your ability to maintain self-control sets you apart. It's like having a superpower that others don't have, and that's what makes you unforgettable. You are not a slave to your emotions, you are the master of your life. When you master your emotions, you master your interactions, and when you master your interactions, you leave a lasting impression on those around you. People will think of you because they admire your strength, your calmness, and your ability to stand firm no matter what happens. And here's a little challenge for you. Next time you find yourself in a situation that tests your self-control, take a deep breath, stay calm, and watch how others react. I guarantee that you will notice that they think of you differently, in a respectful and admiring way. Remember that self-control is not about repressing your emotions, but about channeling them in a way that empowers you. By mastering this skill, you are not only becoming someone who is thought of, you are becoming someone who is remembered, someone who is respected, and someone who leaves a lasting impact. 2. Rational decision-making. Being unforgettable is not just about making logical decisions. It requires a higher level of reflection, where every choice becomes an opportunity to make a significant difference. By making rational decisions that challenge convention and create a lasting impact, we differentiate ourselves and become etched in the memories of others. Rational decision-making is the kind of skill that makes people see you as a rock in the stormy seas of life, stable, reliable, and someone they will continue to think about long after the conversation is over. As Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts." This quote perfectly sums up the essence of making rational decisions when you think clearly, and those decisions have a ripple effect on the people around you. Imagine you're in a situation where everyone is rushing to make a decision. Maybe it's for a big project at work, a family emergency, or even something as simple as choosing a place to eat. When everyone is hungry and angry, most people might rush in, act on impulse, or go with the crowd, but not you. You take a moment to consider the options, weigh the pros and cons, and think about the long-term impact. Your decisions are like a game of dice. You are playing with your cards face up with calculated moves that show that you are not thinking only about the now, you are thinking about the future. By thinking long-term, you show that you are someone who can be trusted. Your smart decisions make others see you as a sensible and trustworthy person. Imagine you're out with friends trying to decide where to eat. Everyone is throwing out ideas, but no one agrees. You step in, making a suggestion based on everyone's preferences. The choice is yours, you made everyone happy. Suddenly you are not just another friend in the group, you are the one who made the night enjoyable. It sounds simple, but it's the small, rational decisions that make a big impact. Rational decision-making isn't just about what you do in the important moments, but also about the small choices that add up over time, whether it's how you spend your time, how you manage your finances, or even how you approach relationships. Being someone who consistently makes well-thought-out decisions is rare and valuable. It's the kind of thing that keeps people coming back to you for advice and guidance, or just to be around you because you have that calmness and clarity that's hard to find. Marco Aurelio said, "Don't waste any more time arguing about what a good man you should be." This wisdom reminds us that it's not enough to talk about making good decisions, it's about living them. When you make rational decisions, you not only benefit yourself, you are setting an example for others. You become someone they look up to, someone they think of when faced with difficult decisions. Your ability to remain rational under pressure makes you memorable because you are the calm person in chaos and the logical one in madness. The next time you are faced with a decision, big or small, take a moment to think it through. Consider the impact, not only on yourself, but on those around you. Observe how people react when you choose wisely and how it changes the way they view you. You will begin to notice that they are thinking about you more, not only for your decisions, but for the clarity and confidence you bring to their lives. 3. Resilience in adversity. Resilience, just a buzzword or the key to standing out? We've all heard of it, but what's behind this popular word? What does it really mean, and more importantly, how can it make you unforgettable? Let's unravel the true meaning of resilience and discover how overcoming obstacles with grace and determination can transform you into someone truly unforgettable. Seneca said, "A jewel cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." This piece of Stoic wisdom goes straight to the heart of resilience. Life is full of ups and downs, and how you handle low moods says a lot about who you are. Imagine, you are facing a difficult situation. Maybe you have just lost a job, gone through a breakup, or suffered a major setback in a personal project. Most people would stay stuck in the mud, letting the weight of the situation drag them down, but not you. You take a deep breath, stand up, and start moving forward, even if it's one small step at a time. That's resilience. It's not about avoiding difficulties, it's about how you get up after being knocked down. And that's the secret. When people see you bounce back from adversity, they remember it. They can't help but wonder how you do it. Your strength becomes a point of admiration, something they reflect on long after the moment has passed. Life can knock you down, but you keep coming back, and eventually people start to wonder what you're made of. But it's nothing more than determination and a bit of that timeless Stoic wisdom we hold so dear. Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This quote reminds us that obstacles are not just obstacles. They are opportunities for growth. When you're faced with adversity, you're not just surviving, you're thriving, you're turning challenges into stepping stones. And believe it or not, that kind of attitude is magnetic. It draws people in and makes them think of you in the moments when they face their own struggles and wonder what you would do in this situation. Picture this scenario. You're in the middle of a difficult project at work. Something could go wrong. Your team is frustrated, the deadline is approaching, and the stress is palpable. But instead of crumbling under pressure, you approach the situation with calm and resilience. You take initiative, find solutions, and keep your spirits high. When the dust settles, it's your resilience that stands out. Your colleagues remember how you handle adversity, and that memory lingers, making them think of you not just as a co-worker, but as a leader, someone who can be counted on when things get tough. Resilience isn't just about surviving tough times. It's about showing others that adversity doesn't define you, it refines you. It's about becoming stronger, wiser, and more determined with every challenge you face, and this is what makes you truly unforgettable. People remember not only those who succeed, but also those who succeed despite the odds. The next time life throws you a curveball, embrace it, show resilience, not just for yourself, but for those around you. Let them see that no matter how difficult the situation is, you are stronger, and watch as they begin to think of you not just as someone who has been through tough times, but as someone who thrives on them. 4. Conscious presence. Being present is more than just being in the same place. It's being completely immersed in the moment, in the conversation, in the connection with another person. When you give your full attention to someone, you create a deep and lasting bond. It's like giving them a piece of your time, of your being, something that no one else can offer. In a world filled with noise, mindful presence is an oasis of calm and authentic connection. Conscious presence is the power of being fully there. Making people think of you non-stop is conscious presence. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in distractions. But here's the thing. When you're truly present with someone, it's like giving them a gift that's more valuable than gold. Mindful presence isn't just about being physically there, it's about being mentally and emotionally engaged, and believe me, that's something people don't easily forget. Marcus Aurelius said, "When you rise in the morning, think what a privilege it is to be alive." This quote reminds us of the beauty of every moment. Imagine you're having a conversation with someone, and instead of half listening while checking your phone, you're fully engaged in listening to their words. You're really understanding them. You're making eye contact, nodding and responding thoughtfully. This kind of presence is rare and is what makes people feel truly seen and valued. Think about the last time you were in a conversation and the other person clearly wasn't paying attention to you. You might as well have been talking to a wall. But when someone gives you their full attention, it feels amazing. That's the impression you want to leave on others. If you're fully present, you make a lasting impact because they'll remember how you made them feel. The ability to be in the present moment is an important component of mental well-being. By being consciously present to yourself, you not only improve your well-being, but you also create deeper connections with others. They will think of you long after the interaction because you made them feel important, understood, and appreciated. Next time you talk to someone, set aside distractions and give them your full attention. You'll notice how the dynamic changes and how they respond. Emotional regulation. One of the pillars of leaving a lasting impression on the minds of others lies in mastering our emotions. By regulating our reactions, we transmit security, confidence, and empathy, qualities that people value and remember. Emotional regulation does not mean suppressing your feelings. On the contrary, it is about developing the ability to manage your emotions consciously and strategically. This allows you to respond to situations in a more adaptive way, improving your interpersonal relationships and leaving a positive impression on those around you. By learning to identify, understand, and express your emotions appropriately, you will be able to build more authentic connections and strengthen your emotional well-being. It's like a room thermostat, not too hot, not too cold, just right. No matter what happens around you, he who controls his emotions controls his life. We've all been in situations where emotions are high, and it's easy to let them get the best of us. But imagine you're in a heated argument and instead of letting frustration or anger drive you to react, you take a deep breath, stay calm, and respond thoughtfully. Suddenly, you're not just participating in the conversation, you're controlling its direction. People will remember how you handled yourself with such aplomb, and that's the kind of thing that sticks in their minds long after the conversation. Emotional regulation doesn't mean you become a robot. It means you're in charge of how you express yourself, whether that's keeping your composure during a stressful meeting or maintaining a positive attitude when things don't go your way. The way you handle your emotions defines how others see you, and believe me, being the person who can stay calm under pressure is a rare and valuable trait that people remember. The next time you feel your emotions welling up, try to regulate them. Take a moment, breathe, and then respond. Observe how others react when you do this, and see how it changes the way they think about you. 6. Virtuous life. Virtue may sound like something straight out of an old philosophy class, but a virtuous life isn't just about being a good, ethical, and respectful person. A virtuous life is about living in a way that aligns with your highest values, making you a person of respect and admiration. Marcus Aurelius once said, "I can't help but think about not wasting any more time discussing what a good man should be." This quote reflects it very well. A virtuous life is not about talking, it is about walking. Imagine you're in a situation where taking shortcuts could help you get ahead. Most people can take the easy way out, but not you. You stick to your principles even when it's hard. And that's what people notice. They may not say it out loud, but they're thinking, that really takes guts. That's the kind of impression that stays in someone's mind long after the moment has passed. Living with integrity and honor, especially when no one is watching, creates a domino effect. It's like planting seeds in the minds of those around you, seeds of trust, respect, and admiration, and those seeds grow into thoughts that pop up every time your name is mentioned. That's the kind of reputation that makes you unforgettable. The next time you are faced with choosing between what is easy and what is right, choose virtue. Notice how it feels to live in alignment with your values, and pay attention to how others react. You'll find that a virtuous life not only makes you feel good, it makes you someone people can't stop thinking about. 7. Acceptance of what is. I know what you might be thinking. Acceptance means just sitting back and letting life happen. Well, it doesn't. Acceptance in the Stoic sense is about recognizing reality as it is, not as you wish it to be. It's about embracing the present moment, no matter how challenging it is, and finding peace in it. And let me tell you, there's nothing more memorable than someone who faces life's ups and downs with grace and resilience. Obstacles are Marcus Aurelius's way of reminding us that sometimes the challenge we face is the path to take. Imagine you are in a situation where things are going off track. Maybe a project at work is having a problem, or a relationship is not working out the way you had hoped. Most people would panic or fight the situation, but not you. You calmly assess reality, accept what you can't change, and focus on what you can control. Magnetic people start to notice your ability to stay calm and focused, and can't help but wonder how you manage to keep it that way. Have you ever tried to control the weather? No, right? The weather is one of those things that we just have to accept. The same goes for many aspects of life. By accepting what is rather than fighting it, you free up your energy to focus on what really matters, your response, your actions, and your peace. When you accept what is, you become stronger, more resilient, and more admirable. People will remember you as someone who doesn't waste energy resisting reality, but instead focuses on making the best of every situation. The next time life tests you, take a deep breath, accept it as it is, and focus on what you can do next. Watch how others respond to your calm acceptance and watch them start to think about how you handle life. 8. Action with purpose. Purposeful action is a conscious and deliberate act. Rather than being carried away by events, it involves taking charge of your life and directing your steps toward meaningful goals. Every decision, no matter how small, becomes a firm step towards a future that you yourself have designed. It's taking intentional actions that align with your goals and values. When people see you living with purpose, it sticks with them. They start to notice every decision you make. Everything you do has meaning and they can't help but think of you. Picture this. You're working on a project, and instead of just doing the bare minimum to get through, you approach each task with intention. You know why you're doing what you're doing and you're clear on the outcome you want. Your colleagues will begin to see that you are not just going through the motions, but that you are doing them with purpose. This kind of energy is magnetic. Your colleagues start to think, he really knows what he's doing. And suddenly, you're the one they turn to for advice or inspiration. First, tell yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. This quote from the Stoic sage Epictetus reminds us that purposeful action is not about being busy. It is about being intentional when you align your actions with your goals. Become a force to be reckoned with, someone who doesn't just float through life but blazes a trail that others can't help but notice. When you live with purpose, you are doing things where you are making an impact, and that impact is what leaves a lasting impression on others, keeping you in their minds long after the interaction is over. Task 9. Gratitude for the present. Let's talk about the 9th skill that will make them think about you non-stop. This is gratitude for the present. Thinking about gratitude, really, how is that going to make me unforgettable? But here's the thing. Gratitude is like a superpower in disguise. It's the simple act of appreciating the here and now, and when you master it, you radiate a positivity that is absolutely magnetic. Picture this. You're having a conversation with someone, and instead of complaining about what's going wrong or stressing about the future, you focus on the good things happening right now. You express genuine gratitude for the moment, for the opportunity to connect, and for the simple joys of life. Suddenly, you are no longer just another person. They see you as a breath of fresh air, someone who brings light to their day. They start thinking about you more because you make them feel good, appreciated, and valued. When you are grateful for the present, you are not only happy, you are powerful. You show others that happiness is not something to chase. It is something you create right here and now, and that is something that people remember. You will find yourself thinking, I wish I could be as content and happy as that person, and so you will be living in their minds. When you show gratitude for the present, you are living in the moment. It is contagious. Next time you're with someone, take a moment to express gratitude. It doesn't have to be a grand gesture. It could be something as simple as saying, I'm so glad we're spending time together, and watch how that simple act of gratitude changes the energy and leaves a lasting impression on your interlocutor. 10. Emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the secret sauce to being unforgettable. Let's talk about our 10th and final skill, emotional intelligence. This could be the secret sauce to make someone think about you non-stop. Why? Emotional intelligence goes beyond self-awareness. It involves cultivating the ability to tune into the emotions of those around us, to put ourselves in their shoes and understand their perspectives. It is like a universal language that allows us to connect more deeply and meaningfully with others, strengthening our relationships and improving our communication. Imagine possessing an emotional radar so fine-tuned that it allows you to navigate the complexities of feelings with unique grace and insight. This skill not only allows you to make deep connections with others, but it also leaves a lasting impression on everyone you interact with. It's not what happens to you, it's how you react to it that matters, said the wise Epictetus. This Stoic wisdom hits the nail on the head. Imagine you're in a heated argument with a friend or partner. Emotions are running high, and things could easily spiral out of control. But instead of reacting impulsively, you take a moment to understand where those emotions are coming from. Listen, empathize, and respond thoughtfully. What happens next? Instead of a fight, there is a deeper connection. They will remember how you made them feel heard and understood long after the conversation is over. Emotional intelligence is not just about managing your own emotions, but about tuning into the emotions of others and using that understanding to build stronger, more meaningful connections. It's the kind of skill that makes people think, "He really gets me." And that thought persists, whether at work, in friendships, or in romantic relationships. Emotional intelligence makes you stand out as someone who is not only intelligent, but also deeply human. When you're in a conversation, focus on really listening and understanding the other person's emotions. Notice how the dynamic changes and how much more connected you feel. This is our journey through 10 powerful Stoic skills that will make them weigh on you non-stop. Do you want to leave a lasting mark on the people you meet? Developing the ability to be memorable is a journey of personal growth. By learning to cultivate the qualities that make someone unforgettable, you will not only be strengthening your relationships, but also increasing your own confidence and self-esteem. Mastering these 10 Stoic strategies will allow you to not only make others think of you, but also improve your own life. Remember, true influence comes from being an authentic, compassionate, and wise person. Use them as tools to help you become someone unforgettable, someone who leaves a lasting impression on everyone you meet. If you liked these Stoic strategies, start applying them today, and we hope you will tell us your results in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and get ready for our next meeting so we can continue walking together on the path to the wisdom of timeless Stoic philosophy.